Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is a lesson on CRT, as promised, candle range theory. This is not going to be something for you guys looking for some type of holy grail or some spoon-fed type of garbage. This is going to be an in-depth guide for the ones who want to learn more, the ones who are dedicated. Literally everything you need to know about CRT will be in this video. Now, if you want to learn more, I suggest heading over to Romeo's channel or Sham. Let's get into it. The CRT concept itself, the theory itself, is what helped me design my 9 AM CR model. So I've been getting a lot of comments telling me, you're just preaching what Romeo states and what he says and teaches. I am not. The 9 AM CR model is based around the power of 3 and CRT, as well as the open, high, low, and close. However, it is a specific model designed on time. This right here is a CRT. We have the first candle forming the range, the high, and the low. The second candle manipulating below, wicking, turtle soup, and the third candle distributing higher, where? To the range high. So what is CRT? CRT stands for candle range theory. CRT usually presents as a 3-candle model, but it's not always going to be a 3-candle model. Usually it will be, but it won't always be. It's not restricted to 3 candles. All right? For example, right here you can see multiple candles used in order to hit the range high. So we formed a range inside bar, turtle soup below, heading all the way to the high of the range. As I say right here, there's 2 types of CRT models that can form. The 3-candle model, which everybody is used to. If you're not, please watch my previous videos. And a newer model, CRT plus inside bar. This is a lot more high probability. So if you're looking for high probability setups and you want to skip and filter out everything else, focus on the CRT plus inside bar setups. What's a CRT plus inside bar? As I explained before, this setup right here. All this means is that there's more than 3 candles in order for one end of the range to be hit and the other end of the range to be hit. Multiple candles will form inside of the CRT range. What is the range, guys? The range is the first candle. And what's the difference between a CRT plus inside bar and a 3-candle CRT? The difference is it takes longer to form. As I said before, it's higher probability and better for people who wait for confirmation, or better suitable for beginners. Here are a bunch of examples of CRT. I've been getting a lot of comments in my previous videos of how I should include more examples. Right here you can see range formed, turtle soup, heading all the way to the opposing end of the range. Same thing happened here. Turtle soup, heading to opposing end of range. Same thing. Range formed, inside bar. So this is a CRT plus inside bar. Turtle soup below, heading all the way towards the opposing end of the range. Here is a perfect 3-candle model. Range formed, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, power of 3. Same thing happened in this one. We formed a range, inside bar, turtle soup, where are we heading? The opposing end of the range. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This is going to change everything in your trading. Everything changes from here on out. CRT is mechanical. It's a signature in the code. The code of what? The code of the markets. So ICT teaches us to understand that there's an algorithm controlling these markets. Every single algorithm has a code. Within that code, you can look for specific signatures that repeat. And this is exactly what CRT is. It is a mechanical signature within the algorithm's code. The highs and lows are mechanical. They are all predetermined. Of every single week, every month, every week, every day. Every candlestick's high and low is predetermined. There will always be a predetermined high and low and a predetermined objective, always a fixed objective. You can combine CRT with any concepts. All concepts can be combined with CRT. However, using the power of 3 and turtle soup will give the highest probable trades. Always. Here's an example of CRT on the lower time frame. Right here, we have the range low and range high. Turtle soup, the range low, breaking above, forming an order block. We close above the order block. That is the change in state of delivery, the CSD. This is our entry point. Coming up, partials taken at the midpoint of the range always. Why? Because the midpoint of the range, or EQ of the range, is where reversals or continuations can happen. Turtle soups are highly probable at the EQ of the range. Write that down. If you only focus on taking trades targeting the midpoint of the range, your win rate will be a lot higher. As you can see right here, we hit the midpoint of the range, we came all the way back down, OTE, entry, hit the order block once again, heading all the way to the opposing end of the range. This right here was a 7.4 RR trade. This is what CRT allows you to do. So, just a reminder, this lesson is going to sound very repetitive, especially if you've watched my previous videos on the 9 AM CR model, which is primarily based on the CRT. So you guys need to stay with me here. There's going to be a lot more released in this video. The concepts were lightly touched upon in the previous videos, but there's a lot more to share. Keep in mind that the repetition is what creates the strongest traders. Repeating, practicing, studying, backtesting, front testing, this is what's going to define you as a trader. This is going to be what separates you from the beginners to the professionals. Right here, we have a CRT high and low. The high and low of this candlestick right here. We souped the range low. Pause the video and tell me what's going to happen next. For all of you who did not pause the video, you guys are doing yourself the wrong. You need to listen and focus. Pause the video and tell me what will happen next. Alright. Clearly, this was a turtle soup. So what happens with a 3-candle CRT? We form the range high and low, we turtle soup a low, and we hit the range high with the 3rd candle. If we do not close below a candlestick, this is bullish. If we wick below a low, bullish. Candles are ranges. Every single candle is a range on every single time frame, whether it be the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, the 1-hour, 15-minute, 1 minute. Every single candle is a range. Time is fractal. You need to understand that a daily chart is a higher time frame for a 4-hour. A 4-hour is a higher time frame for the 1-hour and 15-minute. A 1 minute is a higher time frame for the seconds chart. Time is fractal. Therefore, every single timed range is fractal as well. Every single candle is a range. Ranges can either be turtle souped or broken and retested. Every candle has a high and low. So open high, low, and close, or open low, high, and close. This means on a lower time frame, you will have a range, a specific timed range. This is very important. Some candles are more high probability than others. These are the specific times of day that you need to be looking for. To determine the higher time frame bias, look to see if a higher time frame candle has been turtle souped or not. This is the key to bias. Do not force it. It'll be very obvious when it's time to enter. So, for example, right here, we wicked above the candle's high. This is bearish. We did not close. Same thing here. Wick below, bullish. We did not close. Same thing here. Wick below, bullish. This is the most important thing to understand. A close above a candle's high is bullish. A wick above a candle's high is bearish. Vice versa if you're bullish. So, a wick below a candle's low is bullish, and a close below a candle's low is bearish.